Now we'll discuss about concept of pointers. So first of all, what is meant by a pointer? So generally, pointer means a variable which can store the address of another variable. So pointer is a variable which can store address of another variable. So normal variables cannot hold address of another variable. So that's why we require a concept of pointers in order to store the address of another variable. Now I'll show you an example for this pointer variable and its representation. Now consider int variable n is equal to 10. Okay. So this is a normal variable. And now let me consider a pointer variable. Int star p is representing pointer variable. And now I am storing the address of n into this pointer variable. Okay. So if you focus on this example here, and if I start printing n value, okay, the same n value can be obtained in multiple ways. So for example, if I write percentage %dn, I will be able to display n value. Similarly, I can also use pointer variable star p in order to display value of n. So that it is percentage %d star p can be used in order to print value of n. So if you consider this here, n is a variable, right? So n is a variable and its corresponding value is 10. And then star p is equal to address of n. So we are considering address of n as 2000. And then p is a pointer variable which is holding address of n and it is 2000. So p is a pointer holding address of n. Now we are printing n here. So which means this will display output as a 10. And we are using star p to print, which means how this is going to be evaluated. Star p represents star of p is containing 2000, so star of 2000, which means content inside 2000 memory location. So this star indicates indirection operator, so which means it is obtaining the contents inside this memory location. So content inside this memory location 2000 is 10. So you can obtain result as 10 here. Now we can write different pointers while declaring. Let us suppose I am considering different pointers here. Int star a. So this is a integer pointer. So I can consider this as a pointer which can point an integer location. So this is pointer to an integer memory location. So similarly, I am considering a float star b. So this is considered as a pointer to floating point location. So this is pointer to float. And then char star c. So this is pointer to character data type. Okay. So pointer to char memory location. So like this you can write different pointers. Okay. And you should use integer pointer only to point integer memory location. Similarly, floating point pointer to point the floating point location. Okay. And so on like this. Now let us write a program in order to basically identify the address and display the content inside the pointer. Okay, so first I will include the header file here. So this is stdio.h, and inside the main function I'm considering a variable. Inside the main function we are considering a variable like number. So let me consider number is equal to some value like 50, and now we can consider a pointer variable int star p. So this is a pointer variable. Now p is equal to address of number. P is a pointer holding address of another variable. Okay, so now we can print address of this variable p. Okay, so let me print this address of p variable is so you can use an unsigned int representation. Okay, percentage u to print this address p, and also you can use here value representation, so that is value of p, so or value pointed by p. Okay, so this is value pointed by ptr pointer p is using percentage d you can print, so which is a star p, so that will print value that is pointed by pointer p. Okay, so like this you can display address and also value using pointer p. Okay, now let's see what are advantages of using these pointers. Okay, so first of all you can use this pointer, okay, with other concepts also. So advantages of pointer, first one is using pointer you can reduce code. Okay, so this will reduce the code that we are writing, and also it will improve the performance. It will improve performance, and where you will see this improvement in performance, especially in C language while retrieving strings or retrieving or accessing trees. Okay, and also one more thing, these pointers are used along with other concepts like arrays, structures, and functions. So all these topics will be using these pointers. Okay, so it means whenever you want to access the elements of array, one way is to access through its index, and the other way is to access with the help of a pointer which is pointing to the base address of the array. Okay, so now another advantage is generally return statement in C can return only a single value. Whenever you want to return multiple values from a function, you can use a pointer. So you can basically return a pointer, and using that pointer you can access subsequent memory locations. So I can write here whenever you want to return multiple values from a function. Okay, so you can use concept of pointers. So and also whenever you use these pointers, it will allow you to access any memory location in the entire computer. Okay, so this will allow us to access any memory location using pointer. Okay, so now let us write a sample program using pointers. Okay, so first I'll perform swapping of two numbers without using third variable, but I will use concept of pointers here. Okay, so first include the header file here, and inside the main function first you can consider variables like a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20. Now we will consider pointer variables here, star p1 which can hold address of a, and star p2 to point address of b. Okay, so now you can actually display the content before the swapping. Before performing swapping, you can display content pointed by p1 and p2. So this can be written as before swap, okay, star p1 equal to using percentage d. Okay, and also I'm considering star p2 is equal to percentage d slash n. So here I am writing star p1 content and star p2 content. Okay, now let us perform swapping using, okay, without using any third variable. Directly you can perform with the help of these pointers. So star p1 is equal to star p1 plus star p2. Okay, and then here we can write star p2 is equal to star p1 minus star p2, and also star p1 is equal to star p1 minus star p2. And finally, after swapping, you can display the content like this: printf after swapping. So now you can display this star p1 content and also star p2 content you can display here. So this is going to be star p1 comma star p2. Okay, so after this sequence of actions, clearly the content of a and content of b will be swapped. So let me show you how this is going to work here. So first you can observe here a is a variable and it is holding value of 10 initially, and then b is another variable which is holding value of 20 initially. Now p1 is a pointer which is holding address of a. So let us suppose address of a is 2000 and address of b is 3000. Okay, so if this is the case, then p1 will be a pointer holding address of a, which means 2000 memory location. So p1 will be pointing to this memory location. Now p2 is another pointer holding address of b, so which is 3000 memory location, and p2 is pointing to this one. Now star p1 is equal to star p1 plus star p2. So which means star p1 is pointing basically this location, right? Now this gets updated by adding star p1 content with a star p2 content. Star p1 content is 10 and star p2 content is 20. So 10 plus 20 will be 30, and that will be stored inside this location which is pointed by p1. and then star P2 is equal to star P1 minus star P2. So star P1 is contained inside this location, which is 30, minus star P2, which is 20. So 30 minus 20 value will be 10, and that will be stored inside this memory location, which is pointed by P2. And finally, star P1 is equal to star P1 minus star P2. So star P1 is 30 and star P2 is 10. 30 minus 10 will be 20, and that will be stored inside this memory location, which is pointed by P1. So this should be modified to 20. And finally, we are displaying after swapping. So star P1 content and then star P2 content. So after swapping, star P1 content is 20 and star P2 content is 10. So but before swapping, you can see star P1 content will be pointing to A and star P2, which means P2 pointer will be pointing to B. Okay. So that is 10 and 20 initially, but after performing swapping, it is 20 and 10. Okay, like this.